Level up your listening with Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds and headphones. With immersive sound and world-class noise cancellation for a not-so-silent night. Visit Bose.com/Spotify to shop sound that's more than a present.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk on this situation about Kevin Durant versus Kashdoll. Now, for those that don't know both parties, Kevin Durant, probably one of the world's greatest basketball players. I'm trying to find this girl's name. Okay, here we go. Because I need to go to her Twitter account to find the tweets and all of that stuff. So, Kevin Durant, one of the greatest basketball players of our time. If you follow basketball, you know who Kevin Durant is. And I'm from Seattle, and he was one of the last few Sonics players to play for the Sonics before they disband, and then they there's a whole backstory on that. I'll probably do a video about it one of these days to get people a little bit caught up on the situation to understand it and stuff. But anyways, so Kevin Durant, one of the world's greatest basketball players, all right? He's, put in the top 5, conversation sometimes. But anyways, his initials is KD. Everybody knows that. If you go to any Nike store or any sneaker store whatsoever, and you see, and he has, his own signature shoe. And on this signature, and I've so far bought 2 pairs of his shoes. Actually, no, 3 pairs. I bought 3 pairs of his shoes. So, on all of those boxes, it says KD 11, 12, and 13. Now, notice how it says KD on there. Now, this artist, Kashdoll, an artist that maybe got started a couple of years ago. I guess they said she released an album in 2017, so she's been rapping for a while. I just never really paid attention to her. If we're going to be comparing, the ownership of the initials, I'm going to have to say it's going to go in the favor of Kevin Durant. He owns the name KD. But anyways, so to just explain to y'all what's going on today, on this sunny Saturday in Washington State, Kashdoll had made a tweet out saying all these, I'm going to say the BET version of what she said. So, because but if y'all want to see the tweets yourself, then you can very well go to her Twitter account if she doesn't take the tweets down. In fact, let me screenshot it because she might try to take the tweets down and stuff. So, anyways, so she said all these brothers want to mess with KD, but the explicit version, she said all these N-words want to F KD, all right? I think I can say that. Without... It is the clean version. I'm not actually saying the words. But anyways, so she says that. And a lot of people was like, what are you talking about? Forgetting the fact that her name was Kashdoll, because people are probably like, yo, why is she coming after Kevin Durant? What did Kevin Durant do to her? He didn't even say nothing. I don't even know if he's playing right now. I thought he was injured. I don't know. Because I was last I seen, he wasn't even suited up to play. So he might be playing now. I don't know. But anyways, but she said that. And people are like, yo, what's up with that? So Kevin Durant had seen the tweet. And he responded by saying, you did not have to use those initials to get this tweet off. You have to relax with the KD talk. Your name is Kashdoll. Overall, I guess trying to correct her mistake, because at the end of the day, when you hear the name, even if you Google search KD, Kevin Durant's name pops up, okay? Now, if she was more famous than him, then maybe, potentially, KD, her name would pop up. But since Kevin Durant's literally been playing basketball for over 10 years and things, how long has he's been playing for some years, okay? He's been playing for a long period of time. So he owns the KD name, all right? He owns it. You search up his name. Even people put it to the test by searching up KD rapping or rapper. Kevin Durant's, he still popped up. So at the end of the day, nobody really knows who this Kashdoll girl is. So she responded by saying, So he was like, so she goes on to say, we argue all the time. He knows I'm the real kid. Oh, so they might be friends or something. And then that's just, that's just their way of joking around with each other. I guess that would make sense if they're friends. Because I'm like, yeah, if I didn't know who this girl was and she just randomly like tweeted that out, I've been like, yo, I don't know what, messages you heard, but you got the wrong message. I'm like, I don't know what you were going off about, but I'm like, you need to chill on that. But anyways, if she just said that we argue all the time. He knows I'm the real. So I guess like maybe she is joking and stuff. But anyways, so then she responded to her tweet or to his tweet saying, "I'm the real KD. Your name Kevin Durant. Act accordingly." Now that's where if I've been friends with her, I've been like, oh okay, haha, funny and stuff. But if I'm not friends with this girl, I'd be like, what do you mean by act accordingly? My actual name is Kevin Durant. Her real name, hold on for a second. Let me see what her real name is. Because her real name doesn't have a K or D in there. So that's why I'm like, what is you talking about? But anyways, Kashdoll. Her real name, no, is it a website? No, I didn't want to go to a website. Cash. Bro, I swear I hate typing on iPhones, especially the small ones, because it's like my fingers, for some reason, are too big for the keyboard. And I be typing up random stuff. But, oh, her name does have, alright, so her name has a K in it, but it doesn't have no D. It isn't even her initials. Like, her last name is Knight, but other than that, her name is Arkisha and Antoinette Knight. How do you even pronounce her middle name? Okay, well, anyways, her name is Arkisha Knight. Her name is like, yeah, AK, so maybe you would have problems with DJ Academics, because I know he goes by AK, and you guys is like roughly the same. Like, I would have to say like more so like the whole paying attention factor between DJ Academics and Kashdoll, it's like roughly the same. It's like, somewhat the same in things. Like, I, don't pay a whole lot of attention to DJ Academics unless he's posting about something like music related outside of him, but his personal life, no, don't pay attention to him at all. So, and same with Kashdoll. I'm like, I don't even think I have any like of her music saved and stuff. So, anyways, so she says that like act accordingly, and let's see if he said anything. No, he hasn't said anything, and then people were, then somebody had made a tweet out saying she been calling herself KD. This album was released in 2019. Look at the title. And then somebody had used like, or put a screenshot up of like her song that, or album that she came out with in 2019. But Kevin Durant's been playing basketball literally since I was a kid. I am 24 years old. This album came out, 2 years ago? So 22, I was still an adult when Kashdoll started blowing up, okay? It's literally only been 2 years. 2 years. Kevin Durant, I've known of this man, like, ever since I was a kid. Like, I'm trying to think, did I have any Kevin Durant stuff growing up? I don't think I did. I might have had a jersey. No, I think I had a jersey. I think I had like a small jersey, or I did have a jersey, but it got too small, so I ended up donating it and things. But yeah, I'm like, Kevin Durant, I've known of him since I was a kid. Like, he played for the Seattle Sonics before they disbanded and, went to OKC and stuff. So that's why I'm like, who are you? Like, no disrespect, but I'm like, that's why I'm like, yo, if they're friends, then okay, then they're friends. But if not, then I'm like, yeah, lady, I think if we were to do a poll on this, like, who do you recognize as the real KD? Kevin Durant or Arkisha Knight? Like, the name that doesn't have nothing to, like, it's, that's just weird. But anyways, then she goes on to say, we argue about this all the time. So I'm assuming that they're friends. If they're friends, I'm like, oh, okay, then cool. But it's like, if not, then I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the type of stuff where I'm like, yeah, if I don't know who you are, then I'm like, yo, you need to chill on that. Like, you need to relax, because I don't know you. I'm sorry that I don't know you. But even with followers, she has 1 million followers, and Kevin Durant, he has, let's see how many followers he has. 18 million followers. Like, even if you guys are friends and you argue about this all the time, like, is it really a valid argument? Like, this is just on Twitter. Let's see Instagram. how many followers they both have with each other, or toward, like, going up against each other. All right. He goes by, like, yeah, Easy Money Sniper, 11 million followers, and Kashdoll, she has 5.4 million. All right, so you're like somewhat, like, you're 6 million away on Instagram, but you're still like not as recognized as, as KD and stuff. So that's, I'm like, yeah, you should have thought that one through, cuz I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I didn't even know who she was up until she like started blowing up, maybe like what, last year. I think she might have like a few TikTok songs, or maybe a song on TikTok blowing up. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, I don't know you. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but I'm just saying, like, everybody like that knows of this situation, like, comment below, like, who do you recognize as KD? Kashdoll or Kevin Durant? Or Keisha Knight or Kevin Wayne Durant? Like, it's funny because I have I have 3 pairs of his shoes. I have the 11s, the 12s, and the 13s. And on the 12s, so the box, it says on the side of his name, Kevin, or on the side of the box, it says Kevin Wayne Durant. His real name, his biological name, the name where when he was born and his parents was holding him, like, what are we going to name our child? They said Kevin Wayne Durant. And guess what happens after that? There's this little thing called the birth certificate, right? They write down your name, write down your date of birth, time, race, color, black, blue, whatever. They write down a bunch of different things. But one of the things that they write down is the name. I'm pretty sure when Kashdoll, when she was born, if her parents had named her Kashdoll, that would have been a conversation with the parents. Like, yo, I'm saying, like, there's a lot of names you could have named your daughter. You named her Kashdoll. Like, I'm sorry, but that really led into an argument with me and the mom. If I had been the father of that girl, and then she had been like, oh, I want to name my daughter Kashdoll, I'm like, no. We are not naming her that. I'm like, she is not, no, she ain't gonna have no rap name at the age of 5 minutes. Like, no, that's not happening. I'm like, that's gonna be up for a discussion, because I'm like, you have to understand, like, there's a school. I feel like when you give your kid, because I'm like, that brings me back to when Elon Musk, when he named his kid that freaking Xbox code. And I'm like, that kid has to be getting private school. But it's like, how do you even pronounce his name? Like, what do you... I'm like, that's why I'm like, nah, that has to be like a joke or something. Because I'm like, I don't know. No, if it's not, then, hey, more power to them. If that's the name that you wanted to name him, hey, be my guest. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I call cap on that. I do. Like, that's something where I'm like, if I were to ever see Elon Musk in real life, I would ask him about that. Like, how do you pronounce your kid's name? Just being curious, because I'm like XA12, freaking a bunch of, just, I don't know, a bunch of frequents and sequent things. And I'm like, definitely you're going to contact some aliens trying to say that kid's name. But with Kashdoll, I'm like, that name is definitely hands down a stripper name. Like, even though I understand that's her rap name, like, be my guest. Embrace your rap name. Embrace your rap name. Embrace any name that is given to you. But Kashdoll, that's like, I'm saying, between the two, which name would I rather want? Kashdoll or Kevin Wayne Durant? If I were to say Kashdoll, you guys better, like, check up on me. You guys better be reaching out to me, asking me, like, hey, yo, TMossBoss. I would rather have my own name, TMossBoss, as my real biological name than Kashdoll. Like, it's no disrespect to that name. That's her name. She's rocking it. She's making a name for herself with that name. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you have to understand, like, nobody knows you as KD. There's probably, my thing is, today is the first day I've heard her refer to herself as KD. And other people has also said the same thing. And that's why I'm like, okay, like, if we're just now realizing this, like, and we've been calling KD, like, even when we're just talking about Kevin Durant, there's at times where I'm like, I've been talking about him, and I don't even say his actual real name. I don't say Kevin Durant. I'm like, oh yeah, KD, he killed it tonight in this game, where, oh yeah, I just recently got me the new KD shoes, and so I got me the KD 12s, that's, I know him as KD, but at the end of the day, that's why I'm like, yeah, between, like, if I were to go to school with both of them and with the same amount of fame that they have, yeah, they're in high school with like 18 million, like they're in a public high school with 18 million followers. I'm like, I don't know how that would be possible. It may be. But you gotta think about it. Like, is Charlie D'Amelio in the public school? No, she's not. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it don't seem right. But just in my little fantasy that just doesn't make any sense, yeah, KD and or Kevin Durant and Kashdoll, like, if both of them were to be like, oh yeah, both my names is KD, with the amount, I'm like, okay, well, whoever has more followers, I'm referring to them as KD. So I'm like, Kashdoll, I am sorry. I don't even feel comfortable referring to her as Kashdoll. I'm like, that just doesn't sound right. But anyways, yeah, I just thought that was funny because I'm like, yo, I didn't even know of you until, like, I didn't really start paying attention to you until today. But that's another thing where I'm like, I don't even know what even though I opened up her account, her profile on Twitter and Instagram, I can't even tell you, like, let's say if I was like in one of those, like, how like in them like jail places and they got those people lined up and they're like, all right, who's the person that did whatever to you? And then they was like, I know of her name, I know what she does. I'm like, okay, I know her name is Kashdoll, I know she's a rapper and all of this. I would not be able to point out the face. If I were to see Kevin Durant without even having to say his name out loud, I'm like, I automatically know KD, Kevin Durant. That's the guy. All right, that's who I know him. I know that man. So I'm just saying, like, Kashdoll, yeah, you might, I don't know. You might want to think about that one, like, like Cash D or, K Doll or something like that. Like, I feel like people would be like, it sounds too similar to K Dot, and then they were like, oh, now she's trying to bite off Kendrick Lamar or something. So I don't know. I think Cash Doll is like the name you just might want to stick with, but KD, it's like you can't take that name. So, anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Check out one of my 31 YouTube channels. I got a crap ton. Follow me on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all of them. You can just search up TMossBoss and my profile will pop up. And yeah, that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.